Greetings, humanity. Welcome once again to Abject Adventure Gamer. I am Jim, and here with me is Lucci. Hello.
Hello.
Yay! We did it. We're back.
Stupid real life getting in the way of things.
Real life. How dare it? How dare it? It doesn't understand. How have the various fake lives been going? How is the gaming life?
Good. Still trekking through my D&D campaign. With little bits of player annoyances, but you know, other than that, it's fine. It's fine. And then I think since the last time we talked, one of my friends picked up a copy of Star Trek Ascendancy.
Oh.
The board game. It is.
Oh yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
It's really like surprisingly good, especially for like a board game where you like map out routes between planets and things like that, and it's very like spatial. It takes up a lot of space, but Star Trek.
Yeah.
but you know, but it's good, and the different factions, that at least the ones that we have, because there's a bunch of expansions for it, but the ones that we have for it are all very thematic and feel good, and you know, the Klingons, you know, are best winning when they're fighting people, and the Romulans are best winning when they can get everybody to leave them alone, and they can build up their secret cloaking weapons and stuff. And and the Federation is better if it can go to new planets and convince those planets to join the Federation. Like, very good thematically.
I remember you mentioning that game. I actually did just take a look, and I see now. You know, this is the many little ships going from place to place. Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. I have not been doing a lot of. We finished our Trail of Cthulhu campaign, and right now we're between things. And there is another thing we're getting ready to get started working on, but I still have to. I have to dot all the I's and cross all the T's and get everything together, basically, for it. And then another game will happen, hopefully. But in the meantime, I have been playing in a couple of D&D campaigns, or well, a D&D campaign and a Dark Matter campaign. That uses the D&D rule set. All right, the Mage Hand Press Dark Matter, not the Alternative Dark Matter. And so I've been playing in those, and that's been most of the gamery that I have been doing. But I am actually I'm gonna be in a little bit doing some playing off and on Fall of Magic with some folks, and sort of getting back into that, and that's been fun. Which is I've streamed it on this channel before, but it's just basically it's a GM-less game. It is role playing, but it's also got a sort of a board game-ish aspect. You take the party from place to place, and you sort of just talk about things that are there, and just prompts. It's a bunch of prompts.
Right.
That's kind of neat. Video gaming. I've been playing. So from 2014, there's a game called Heroine's Quest. It is not about drugs.
That one's pronounced differently.
Yes. It's hard to get the subtlety of the pronunciation in there sometimes. Sometimes I say the one and it sounds like the other. But it's
I have this game, I have yet to play it. I hear
Oh,
nothing
yeah.
but great things about it.
No, it's good. It's actually quite good. It's from, so like I started playing. So again, it's in the style of the Quest for Glory games from the 80s and 90s that Sierra put out. And so it's a combination of a point-and-click adventure game and and an RPG. Because you have a character and you build things, but there's this story that you're working through, and the cool thing about this game is you get to sort of choose a class at the beginning, but it's sort of simplified, and the more you do a thing, the better you are at it. It came out at the same time as Quest for Infamy, which I had tried a little bit before it, and I was not terribly pleased with it. Heroine's Quest, I'm actually I'm much happier with. It's been very cool so far. It's kind of steeped in Norse mythology, which is nice. It's kind of interesting. The only odd thing about it, and I don't know, I feel as though this is kind of on purpose, this thing that they're doing, or they're trying, because they're trying to talk about a specific thing with respect to like Viking culture, but there is a decent amount of misogyny in the game, and it's weird because some of it does come from the characters, but some of it also just basically is an assumed opinion of the PC, which is as the PC is a woman, and as I sort of sit there reading, I'm not sure if they're doing some of it on purpose or not. Because again, I mean, it is 10 years ago, but 10 years ago wasn't that long ago when it comes to this kind of thing. And there were very specific roles that men and women had in Viking society. And to an extent, by being a hero, you're defying that. But they don't really... It's weird because they're only sort of somewhat addressing it.
Right.
And so I don't, and also I think the developers are in Europe. So there may also be an issue in translation. There's there you go. English is not their first language, I don't believe. So there's that, and there's sort of culturally, we don't view these things in exactly, there are parts of Europe that are not quite in the same place that we are when it comes to dealing with things like sexism, that kind of thing. So
especially 10 years ago.
Yeah. So it's a strange thing. It's a strange thing. Because it's like steps forward simultaneously with steps backwards. Type deal.
Right.
But aside from that, actually, I've been loving it. It's been really cool. I've been enjoying it a lot. So I highly recommend it. It's free, so folks can just grab it if they want to. Because that's the most amazing thing, is that it seems fairly polished, pretty good so far, and they released it for free. For a free game, it's really great.
Right.
I think. So I recommend it. And for folks who want to check it out without playing it, I have played one session that I have streamed, and I will be playing more of them. But that's everything over here, I think, that is currently going on. Let's see. Do we have anything else we want to get into, or shall we just dive right into the right back into 1983?
Yeah, I think we can dive back in.
All right. There is an interesting thing I kind of need to mention. I don't know. Let's see. I took this note because I wasn't entirely sure, but as I was looking around online, apparently the Zork trilogy takes place in universe about 8 years before Enchanter.
Okay.
And that I think is a fan estimate. I don't know if it's 100% accurate, but that seems to be what they're looking at. So, which doesn't really affect us much. Yeah.
No, I mean, yeah.
Like they've switched dungeon masters, and the Wizard of Frobos hasn't been ousted yet. That's basically. Or no, wait, no, they switched dungeon master. He has been ousted. I'm sorry, 8 years after. So apparently there is a new dungeon master, and 8 years ago the Wizard of Frobos got ousted, either exiled or killed, depending upon what the official history is.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's going to have any effect on what we're doing today. But it's there. It's there. The last time we were doing a bunch of running around and grabbing scrolls in a Pokemanian fashion. And I feel as though we're going to continue doing that.
Yeah, probably. Mm-hmm. I feel. I feel like I remember we stopped at a spot where we had some ideas of something to do next, and I don't remember anything. So,
well, let's find out.
It'll come back to me, but
well, we ended in the last when we ended. I did rewatch the last session, but it was like a week or two ago, a couple of weeks ago, so I'm not clear. But we did end. There was this room with this machine that we tried to run through.
Okay.
And we're in the circle of the circle of wizards has sent us to deal with a warlock who has arisen, who was prophesied to arisen, and we are a rank amateur. And they're sending us because we are a rank amateur, because apparently the prophecy says that we're going to be good at that.
Yeah,
we will escape his immediate gaze, and
the first thing we tried to do was run away.
Yes, didn't work out.
Yeah,
just an endless winding road with a Burma-Shave ad on it.
That's right. Okay, castle. It's got the wall going around. We went into the dungeon and broke some things. And okay, all right.
Yeah. Actually, let me pull the map back up again. I forgot. I was mapping. This might help.
No.
Let me, no, nothing.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Nothing at all. No. There's a long road out to the west. But let me see. I've forgotten the... Oh, yeah, there it is. The center button lets me go wherever I want. Let's see. So, yeah, we ended up in this machine room. Let me see if I can find us on the map. Here we are. We're in the control room.
Oh, right. This is off of the the tower.
We checked out. Yeah, we checked out each of the towers.
Yeah.
I think I did not label this one. This one I think leads to the bedroom. There's a jewel room we went to where we found this egg, and then there's this guarded door at this other tower. And down the corner, there's a tower that I think leads up to a bedroom. But I did not write it down, which was wrong of me.
That's not like us.
It's not like us at all. You had a south gate. There's a meadow and a beach with a turtle on it that we didn't know what to do with. And the north gate that we went through, there was a forest. We got a scroll. There was a creature sort of in the underbrush. And then there was a swamp with frogs in it that we talked to. And if we went in through the main courtyard and went in, then they went right into the temple and got captured and killed. Sacrificed, in fact.
Right.
It's everyone's hanging out in the temple doing an evil ritual.
Mm-hmm.
But most recently, and we found from the South Hall there was a way down into a dungeon with a couple of with a few translucent rooms that we sort of wandered around that nothing seemed to be happening in. There was something odd about the walls being made of something. I can't remember what. Some mineral or other. Perhaps flammable, I'm not sure. There's something to that, but we couldn't find anything. We went to every room and there was nothing.
Right. And then I may need a refresher on what spells we have gained.
Yes.
We have
definitely do that.
I vaguely remember we have like a
village, food and water in the trailhead, and we're gonna run out. And there's this mountaintop that you can go to that nothing seemed to be happening. For some reason, I thought we might want to go there at night, but I don't know why. Anyway, spells. Yes, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
That's everything I remember. But here we are. We're in the control room. This is the control room for all the machinery nearby. The controls are all magical, of course. The walls are covered by blinking lights and shifting displays, interspersed with arcane dials and glowing buttons. It's all very mysterious looking. The exit to the northwest leads into a room with machinery which would surely crush you if you were to attempt to enter it. A scroll of old brittled parchment is here. Crash! A huge hammer smashes against the stone floor outside. I think the machine... We cast a spell on ourselves that causes us to speed up.
Right.
We used that to get into this room, but then the machine sped up, too. So it will probably crush us when we try to leave. Let's see, the spells. Let me actually also, before I forget, let me go ahead and grab the manual, because that will give me some of the commands, but I think it's just spells. Let's see, that's what we have memorized currently. The Nusto spell, and no other spells memorized currently. Sorry, I'm looking at two things at once. Let me go ahead and open this up. Okay. So that I'll remember later. Here we go. Read spellbook. Inventory. A worn silver spoon. A beautiful ornamented egg. A partially eaten loaf of bread. A jug, which contains a small quantity of water. And a battered lantern providing light because we cast the light spell on it. And a spellbook. And the hammer is continuing to crash. Read book. And these are the spells we have currently that we can use. XX, which makes things move with greater speed. That's the last spell we cast on ourselves. Vaxum, which makes a hostile creature your friend. Cleash, which changes a creature into a small amphibian. Krebf, which repairs willful damage. Rezrov, which opens even locked or enchanted objects. Blorb, which can safely protect a small object as though in a strong box. Knitfall, which lets you converse with the beasts in their own language, in their own tongue. Frotz, which lets you cause something to give off light. And Nusto, which lets you inscribe spells in the book.
Right.
I also discovered that the scroll that's in here, I just figured out what to do. Damn it. Maybe.
I figured it's probably on this. I don't remember what that scroll was.
The scroll is too powerful for us to inscribe in the book. So if we want to cast it, we have to cast it right off the scroll, and the scroll will burn up, I think, when we do that.
Right.
But anyway, the scroll reads, Kulkad spell, dispel a magic spell. And the spell seems very long and extremely complicated. I guess one thing we could do is get the scroll and see what happens when we leave.
I thought we did that. I thought we got crushed. But yeah, let's try it.
I mean, we're gonna get crushed, but I'm almost certain. But you know, it's a thing. Because I don't remember. Yes, okay. You rush across the engine room, your speed enabling you to avoid the gigantic hammers and gears. At this speed, they appear to move with great deliberation. Unfortunately, you set off a trap, and many sharp spears fly at you from all directions. They seem to move pretty fast. Too fast, in fact. You can't dodge them, and you are severely skewered.
Okay.
And then we have them come back, this necromancer brings us back, and this... I'm a little worried that it's a necromancer that keeps bringing us back to life. But they dump us at the Eastern Fork. But anyway, hang on. That's interesting. It refreshes the bread, though, when you die.
And the jug of water.
Well, the water it was only a small quantity. But okay. I think the thing is, you can refresh the water yourself.
Yeah.
Probably. I guess, if you just go back to the screen.
Right.
That was interesting. Anyway. We can restore back to the control room if we like, or earlier.
I mean, the control room's fine. What, you said you thought you had an idea?
It was not a good idea. Actually, it didn't help at all. I was thinking we needed to... We might... There's going to be a point where I think we might need to cast the protection spell, the Strongbox protection spell, on this scroll. Right. But I don't know what environment that is for.
Okay.
I don't know if anything got broken coming in here now that did something get broken coming in here?
Not that I recall.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
there's something weird about coming in. I don't know. Sorry, go ahead.
We determined that we cannot fit in the box. The strong
right,
box.
we can't. We tried to turn into an amphibian and cast the box on ourselves.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the moment we turn into an amphibian, we go off and have a life as an amphibian.
Right.
We don't turn back. That's the problem.
That's the problem. Do we need to go across and cast the speed spell on ourselves again?
We tried that. That did not work.
That did not work. Okay,
yeah,
we did try.
It backfired. Yeah.
Okay. We can try, and I don't think this is the solution, but we can try getting the dispel scroll and just use it. Dispel the...
Oh, the machine?
The machine
controls?
From... Yeah.
Alright.
One of those.
Look at controls. Will it give us that? Yeah, it does. A random number of generator may be controlling the... Okay. Wait, let me see. What's it called? Polcad controls. As you cast the spell, the brittle scroll vanishes. It appears that the glowing button was real since nothing happens. A dull aching fills your head and your mind is again probed more deeply than when you entered the castle. Belboz appears before you, hard and stern. While you have questioned for Krill's lair, the circle has not been idle. We have tried to shield your presence from him, but your use of such a powerful spell might endanger us all. As we have sensed it, so surely must Krill. Be careful, brave Enchanter. His image fades. You're becoming quite thirsty. Interesting. Okay.
Okay.
I guess I'll restore and get that back.
Right. Yeah.
But it did refer to a glowing button.
Right. So we should try messing with the button.
Yeah. Lights and displays hold no meaning for you in a random. Okay. Push glowing button. Pushing the glowing button doesn't accomplish anything. Uncertain. So perhaps, I mean, my thoughts are filled with dozens of things to try. Well, not dozens of things, a few things to try elsewhere. But because we might not have everything we need to do this. But if it says the lights and displays hold no meaning for you, but they're here and you can actually use the word controls and it knows what you mean, then there might be...
Look, more often than not, in places like this, we don't have what we need.
Yeah.
To complete it.
Just trying to think, do we have anything that might... No, I mean, the only thing is if there's damage somewhere, we could try creeping something, but that's about it. But I'm not clear on... I'm not noticing any damage, per se.
Yeah, I think we tried that on the scroll, and it didn't do anything, right? If I remember correctly.
Yeah, I don't think it did. I think we did try that.
I think we did try it.
Yeah. It's like the floor outside or the machine is broken. Actually... The machinery is extremely noisy and complicated. Other than that, you can't imagine what use it is to anybody. We might try it on the machine?
Yeah.
I think something snapped in there.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know if this will help, but...
yeah. Just try it.
As we've determined...
we have to learn it.
I actually have not played this game before. Okay, we're gonna crib the machine. Nothing happens. Okay, well that was useless.
Oh, what if we cast speed on the hammer or the machine?
Okay.
What if we speed it up so much that it breaks?
You can try that. XX the machine. The machinery may or may not have been sped up, the facts being hard to determine.
Okay.
Crash, a huge hammer smashes against the stone floor outside.
Alright, so negligible difference there.
I'm just looking at different things.
Is the hammer separate from the... I know it's part of the machine, but is it... Can we target it separately?
We can try. I'm not sure what we'll use.
I mean, we just speed again it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. XX hammer. The crashing of the hammer has become more frequent. Okay. Crash, a huge hammer smashes against the stone floor outside. Think that did anything? Maybe we're supposed to break something open.
Maybe. Do it a couple more times. Maybe we're supposed to break the floor.
Okay. Yeah, same thing.
Okay.
Very thirsty now. Better have a drink soon. Should I drink some water while we're here? Or?
Yeah, I mean,
we're probably gonna end up restoring to before this, but sure.
Right, but at least we won't. In our testing, we won't die.
Delicious spring water tasted great, and there's still some left. Crash! A huge hammer smashes against the stone floor outside. We've sped it up twice. And nothing has happened yet.
Okay.
What do you think?
I don't know. I don't know that it's
the fact that it works on the hammer is interesting.
Yeah. It didn't work on the machine, which tells us they're separate in some way.
Yeah. Yeah. Right, opening a bunch of things. I don't know. Try making the hammer glow. By opening the control panel, I guess.
Yeah, we try opening the control panel. We try making it go faster again.
Mm. Also, the sun is setting outside. I remember reading that earlier, but that's...
Yeah.
Anyway. Resrov controls. Although you complete the spell, nothing seems to have happened. XX hammer. It's the third time the crashing of the hammer has become more frequent.
Yeah.
I think it's just going to kill us more efficiently. I don't know if it's going to do much. I get the idea, though. It's supposed to be, you know, hitting the floor and smashing through it. I tried examining the floor, and it said there wasn't anything interesting. I keep thinking maybe we're supposed to come in here and put something that we can't open underneath the hammer.
Right. What do we have in the in our inventory again?
We have a brittle scroll, a worn silver spoon, a beautiful ornamented egg, a partially eaten loaf of bread, a jug, which contains a very small quantity of water, a battered lantern providing light, and a spell book.
I mean, obviously we should crush the egg.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. And put egg under hammer. You can't put anything under that. Put egg on floor. There's no good surface on the floor.
Oh.
I'm not sure what to tell it. Interesting. Yeah. Hit egg with hammer. You don't have the hammer. Take hammer. You must have had a silliness spell cast upon you.
I mean, that's true.
Yes.
But that has nothing to do with what we're doing.
No. That's completely independent of this game.
Yeah. Yeah, we may have to restore outside of the control room.
Yeah, I can't. I think we're supposed to get this later.
Yeah.
That's basically all I've got here, I think. Engine room.
Alright.
Yeah. So this room is filled with noise, crashing and smashing, gurgling of water, grinding of gears, and horrible screeching of metal. Huge devices of obscure purpose provide these effects. The most notable is a huge hammer that smashes continually against the stone floor. It makes any crossing of the room a dangerous enterprise. The whole construction brings to mind the words infernal machine. Far off to the southeast is another room. You can barely make out something on the floor of that room. It might be a scroll, but from here you can't tell for sure. Crash, a huge hammer smashes against the stove.
Alright. I didn't hear anything useful. So...
Yeah.
Let's go somewhere else.
Okay. So let's see. There are... one or two places on the map we haven't technically gone. So, like, from the north gate, we haven't gone south. From the south gate, we haven't gone north. And there are a couple of things we could do at the guarded door, maybe. There are a couple of spells we have now that might be useful there.
Alright, well, let's go to the south gate and head north and see if that connects us.
Yeah. Okay. So we just head back down and... Alright.
Down and then west.
Okay. Your mouth is getting rather dry. I think we can tough it out a little bit until it tells us we're really thirsty. This is the base of the
probably
south.
have a drink.
Yeah, probably. Although we are going to have to go and sleep at some point, though. Alas. The base of the southeast tower of the castle, from atop a winding staircase, comes a loud crashing and screeching noise. To the west is a corridor, and the southern gate of the castle. West. South gate. The interior courtyard stands at the southern entrance to the castle. where a small rusty gate is standing open and slowly swaying in a gentle sea breeze. Beyond the gate can be seen a small meadow, and beyond that, a white beach on a misty sea. Passages enter the castle proper on the north, east, and west. And so you want to head north from here?
Yep. Yeah, let's head north.
East Hall. This short piece of corridor continues to the north and south. Ah, let me put it on the map. So from Southgate to East Hall. Ah, yes, West Hall versus East Hall. Got it. Okay. East Hall. All right. I don't know if this is going to line up the way we think it does, but we'll see.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's going to go out a little further.
Yeah, probably. Okay. And continuing north then?
Yep.
Banquet hall. You're right. A banquet has been set here for hundreds. Long benches fill the room, each covered with with finest linen and set with golden cutlery and glittering crystal. Luscious food weighs down each table, and candles light the room with a festive glow. The room can be entered by a north-south corridor and a small opening to the east, from which an odd, acrid smell issues. To the north, you can see the sound. To the north, you can hear the sound of a group of low, guttural voices. Interesting. Okay. Well, now we know what time it is. It's time to put things on the map. You go ahead and do that. So here we have. Let me just pull this up just a bit. We're gonna yank everything down a bit. So that we have room for other stuff. Okay, so we have the East Hall. And that goes north to the Banquet Hall.
I believe, you can finish this up, I believe what we'll want to do is move a few of the rings for the, was it Southeast Tower or whatever, out a little bit, because I think the South Gate and the North Gate will probably line up, and our North Gate is further to the right, and that might find us on the map.
Yeah, hang on.
I'll show you in a second.
Yeah, sorry, brain is.
Yeah,
my brain's in one place.
I know you're doing this. I'm saying things to be useful and keep track going. But
that's fair. That's fair. Thank you.
But also, I know it's gonna mess you up.
So yeah, there are exits east and west and north. Yes. Wait.
Yeah, because the federal voices are coming from the north.
Can be entered by a north-south corridor. Actually, it doesn't say west, so.
East and north.
Yeah, there may not be. And this might go to the temple, possibly. Not sure.
So that's what I was saying. Directly south of us, where we are now, is the South Gate.
Yeah.
If you scroll up a little bit on the map.
Yeah. North Gate. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So I'm like, I think from the.
We might.
We just may have to move everything over.
Yeah.
There may have been a longer walk between. Probably not all of that. Probably just the section from. I hate video calls. I can't point to things for you. Zoom in on the South Gate.
Hang on.
Because I was just gonna say, if we just go from the South Gate over.
South Gate.
Like if we left the gallery where it was, like you highlighted all the rooms and moved them over.
Yeah.
And I think if we did this, just move the south gate over,
Oh, I see.
I think everything else may line up still.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
I am going to pull this a little further down, though. But, yeah. So this is, like, in the middle somewhere. And
Right.
these other things can be...
Yeah,
wherever they
that
are.
part doesn't matter.
Not so much. But, of course, I'm going to adjust it because I have to. Hang on. I have to. My brain is telling me I have to. Okay. Oh. Alright. Never mind. End up playing with that forever. Yeah, okay. It'll be kind of... in that. Did I get that right?
I think so. That's...
Yeah. Yeah, that lines up. Okay. And then the temple might even be further away, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's where we are on the map here. Let us see. So, bunch of food here potentially. That might solve our bread problem if we eventually have one. Shall we play with the stuff happening here?
Yeah. I mean, I think obviously we should see what happens when we sit down and eat.
On bench. It's not worth the bother. Okay.
Okay.
Get food. The food is quite delicious, but somehow unsatisfying. Bastards.
Rude.
I don't think it lets us actually keep the food.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and save. Just in case. Let's see. Well, let's see. Take linen. Take candle.
Oh,
They seem to be powered by some magic. You can't budge them.
let's just be cheeky about it. Take all, and then see what it
Okay.
tells us we can or can't take.
Easier. Okay, benches. They seem to be protected by some magic. You can't budge them. Festive decorations. You must have had a silliness spell cast upon you.
So, so nothing we can take.
I don't think there's anything here. Nope.
Yeah. Okay.
You're becoming quite thirsty. Maybe we should drink some water. Yes?
We'll still
Shall
get
we wait a
another
little
warning
longer?
where, I think it tells us that we should have a drink. I think that's the point where we really need to.
Alright. It's fine. We can tough it out. Listen to voices. You can't make out what they're saying. Though it would be fair to say it's not too pleasant. The low guttural voices seem to be coming in your direction.
Oh, good.
That could be a problem.
Hide.
Yeah, sure. A group of four hunched and hairy shapes walks into your presence. They seem surprised to see you. After whispering a few guttural words to each other, they start to move toward you purposefully. There are spells for this. But, I think hiding under the table probably would have been what we were going to do. You want to restore and do that before they come
Sure.
in? Okay. Alright. Hide under table. It doesn't rank it. Hide under bench. Interesting.
Alright, well, let's go the spell route.
Alright. It's gonna be... Vaxum. Right?
Yep.
Well, either that, or we could amphibian them.
I mean,
There are
back to
four of them. But yeah.
How many spells can we learn at once?
3.
Right.
Aha, someone
Alright.
thought of this.
What a bunch of jerks. Yeah,
No.
so...
Hey, you just want to learn Vaxum and Cleash and see what happens?
Yeah.
Okay, a group of 4 hunched and hairy shapes walk into your presence. They seem surprised. Stand by.
Four determined men enter the banquet hall.
Sorry, my phone has decided to try to become the rise of the machines. Hold on just a moment.
Yeah, I'm just filling empty airspace with my incessant rambling. Oh, look, there's a puppy. Anyway, I think turn one of them into a lizard and scare the other 3. Turn them into a lizard. A lizard.
So I think I must have said something that activated something on the phone.
Oh.
And it, as I was reading this.
Right.
So.
I do that sort of stuff a lot, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
I think it was the words A and group. I think that was what it was. I'm gonna burrow down into Android and find out how to, if there's any possible way to stop that. It may involve a degree of sidejacking. I don't know, but we're gonna try to clear that off of there. Anyway.
Yeah.
Because that is disturbing and we hate it. Anyway.
I welcome my new robot overlords.
Of course you do. Yes, I'm sure everything will be fine. As long as you're prepared to welcome them. As long as they provide you with water and oxygen, you'll be fine. So let's see. Right. So I guess we should probably cast one of these.
Turn one into a lizard.
Okay, it should be fine. Okay. Wait, which one is that? That's Cleash. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Cleash.
Cleash. Shape. I don't know what they're called. The group of hunched and hairy shapes is standing here. The group of hunched and hairy shapes takes you in their arm and escorts you into a huge temple, and this is back to this. Where they capture you, the sequence where they capture you. That's kind of mean. It doesn't let you target them. Unless you call them something else. There's probably a word we can use. I'm going to restore back to that. Let's try that again.
Okay.
Learn Vaxum and Cleash. Okay. It's just really a question of what we're looking to do here. They haven't arrived yet. We could I guess try hide east. I don't know if that would work. We're going to use the word east in a way I don't understand. Yeah, it's not going to be able to do that.
Okay.
Unless like the word hide is like in here somewhere. No, it's not a command they address in the manual.
Okay.
Not sure.
So then,
I guess we just wait for them to show up and cast a spell and just. I'm
Yeah.
thinking the word creature might be what we're looking for. To be fair, it's not too pleasant. Okay, they haven't. They're not turning up yet. Do we want to try to do anything else before they turn up, or?
I don't think there's anything else to do in this room.
Okay. You want to go north and encounter the creatures directly?
I mean, we can try. Yeah.
All right. Junction. The corridor widens here to form a large hall. To the north and south are small passages, and to the east is what appears to be an enormous spiral staircase. A passage to the west leads into a courtyard. The walls here are scarred and black, and a strange heaviness hangs in the air. That, too, is interesting. Okay, so this is a junction. And... and so to the east is a staircase, north and south are passages, west is the courtyard. So we have all directions going here. What do you think?
Well, I mean, the voices didn't come this way this time, so...
Yeah.
East? So
Alright.
let's check out the stairwell.
Okay. Now remember, there's still a place we could have gone east from here, but we didn't because we were somehow trying to launch ourselves at the voices.
Yeah. That's true.
You want to go to east to the stairwell?
Sure.
Alright. Welp.
What?
A host of hunched and hairy shapes walks into the hall before you can do anything, and seeing you, take you in their arms and escort you to the west into a huge temple.
Sure, I'm glad we didn't hear voices to the east.
Yeah.
Alright.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Well,
Temple,
let's
everything
restore to the banquet hall, and let's go east from there.
We've shown this death before. We're back in the banquet hall. Let's go east.
Yeah.
Kitchen. The kitchen is dusty and disused. Old bones litter the floor, and the carving knives are rusty. A rat nest fills one of the ovens, and cobwebs are everywhere. There is some rotting food in a garbage heap in one corner. Okay. And it doesn't show any exits. It doesn't specify any exits in the description.
Right. I think we should search the trash heap or the food heap.
Okay. There's nothing but rotted food there.
And maybe do the same for the rat's nest.
Examine nest. You see nothing special about the rat's nest. Birch nest? You find nothing unusual. You're becoming quite thirsty. Look at bones. They look as if they haven't been disturbed in a long time. Look at knives. Take bones. Take knives. Examine cobwebs. When we start getting desperate. Take food. That'd be rather undignified. Blue bottles buzz up to you and then away. which is not unusual in a disused kitchen with rotting food.
I don't think I'm familiar with blue bottles.
Lies.
I've just never heard that term for it before.
Blue tail fly? Is it? No. The blue bottle fly. Blue bottle fly. The sort of bluish looking fly.
Okay.
Basically.
I've seen them. I've never heard that term for them. Interesting.
Yeah. That's odd.
Okay.
Right. Anyway.
All right. Well, I think
Unless we're supposed to do something with the flies.
No, I think the entire purpose of this room is to tell us that the banquet hall is a lie and we should dispel it. Or something similar.
Interesting. Yeah, that makes sense. Or it's
Yeah.
probably a valid target for the dispel spell.
Right.
The problem being, of course, that I don't know what that will do.
I think it will be fun text to read, and then we'll restore. Yeah. Little do they tell you that you do have access to another spell that is not in the book, the restore spell.
Yes, that's right. It reverses time. All right. Okay. Yep. I guess we'll head back out.
Yeah. I mean, we can.
Possibly get captured.
Yeah.
What were those spells again? Hide in kitchen. Doesn't know the word kitchen. Hang on.
Just press up a few times.
I could do that. So we have these ready
All right.
in case we need them. Do we just hang out, or
Sure.
we just
Yeah,
keep
hang
doing-
out. Because when we
Okay.
went into the room, we got captured immediately. When they entered the room,
Yeah.
we had a chance to do something.
You can't make out what they're saying. It would be fair to say something. You're very thirsty now. You'd better have a drink soon. Here it is.
Yeah, we should drink.
Drink water. Low guttural voices seem to be coming in your direction. And we tried typing hide, and we couldn't find anywhere to hide.
Yeah.
Here. Creatures. Or shapes. Inbound. Okay.
All right.
A group of four hunched and hairy shapes walks into your presence. They seem surprised to see you. After a few guttural words to each other, they start to move toward you purposefully. Leash. Is it leash? Leash. Creatures? I don't know creatures. Leash people? I don't know people. And
What about singular creature?
if I say shape, they'll just capture us because it won't understand. Because I think it understands the word shape, but it won't understand the command. Minion?
All right. So then, what? Cleaching shape didn't work. What? Right? Because that's the one that turns them into a salamander or whatever, a lizard.
Yeah.
So let's try the other spell, Vaxum.
Okay. Vaxum shape?
Yep.
You can't see any shape here. I don't think it wants us to be able to target them. I think it's being an asshole.
Okay.
I'm not sure what to call them. And if I do this, if I do look at shapes, they're gonna get us.
All right.
But I can't think.
I think we still have to avoid them for now.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Not
so
sure where we would
again.
hide. But yeah. We want to. Yeah, let's go ahead and just go back to the banquet hall. All right.
Yeah. And then let's go north, and then either north or west.
Okay, north. We're at the junction. Corridor widens here to form a large hall. North and south are small passages. East is an enormous spiral staircase. Passage to the west leads into a courtyard. Walls are scarred and black. Strange heaviness hangs in the air. You think it will always... They'll always snatch us up if we try to go to the staircase? Or was that just a random occurrence?
I like to think it's a random occurrence.
Can we try the staircase again?
Sure.
Nope! They may not want us to go to the staircase.
I wonder if the staircase actually is the way to the cell.
It might be.
So like, and the only way for us to get there is...
It's like this.
Getting captured.
Yeah, okay. I guess I'll go ahead and restore then. Alright, back in the banquet hall. So if we headed north, we were at the junction. If we don't want to go east, then we have west and we have north.
Let's get west over with. I think it's just going to be a courtyard on the other side of the temple.
Yep. Well, it's not telling us. Straight to the hairy shapes.
Okay. All right.
Also, maybe if we come back at a different time of day, that might do something, because like if you have a thing where the sun is setting and they're coming out to dine or pretend to dine, then that could be something. Don't know. Anyway, but going west is the same result. And if we head north, same result. Okay. I think it's the timing.
Okay.
I think it might be.
You want to go and take a nap?
We could. The alternative to going and napping. Let me see here. Because I mean, we didn't really... Nothing happened on the beach. As I'm thinking back, we just looked at portraits in the gallery.
We sped up the turtle on the beach, right?
Yeah, but it didn't do anything.
Yeah.
We tried talking to it.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking we could go back quite a ways because we didn't do much down in any of these places.
We did get a scroll or something from the cell or behind through the cell.
Yeah, that was about it. We got a spoon. That's what we got that. But
I don't know what save. I guess what save do we have before the end?
We could go. The only other thing I can think is, exploring further from the other side, right? Or trying spells at the guarded door. But, yes, looking at the restores, we have, engine room, turtle, south gate, translucent room, secret passage 2, and then we just learned Vaxum for whatever reason back then.
Why don't we do south gate and then just try coming straight?
Yeah.
Here.
Okay. Southgate, we're back at the Southgate. Score is 85, moves are 187. I didn't check that. Hang on. I just want to check something real quick.
Yep.
I just want to see. Score is exactly the same.
Okay.
Also, the moves aren't that much further. But move 197, we're going back to move 187. 10 moves.
Okay. It might be enough. Just
Might be.
Let's go north.
North, East Hall. North. To the banquet halls, low guttural voices to the north. They seem to be coming in your direction.
Okay.
Might not be quite early enough.
May not be the thing causing it either.
Also, yeah, true. Unless you want to charge through and see what happens.
I mean, we can charge just go north. North.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. You want to go back to the passage or the translucent rooms or?
No, I think we've done stuff since then. I think the south gate is still the best.
All right.
But we still either want to go nap or go a different way. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you go east and north.
We're at the south gate. We can go west.
Yeah, west twice.
South hall.
And it's the south hall and go north.
Okay, back through the gallery. We're in the south hall. Mouth is getting dry. We're gonna head north to the closet.
All right.
Damp corridor continues east and west. Where a dark, forbidding stairway leads to the south. In addition, narrow passage leads to the north. Mouth is getting dry. Closet. This small room must have been a closet of some sort. To the north is a passage leading out into a courtyard. Another exit is to the south. Oh, it's an open-air closet. I see. In the exact center of the room is a large jeweled box. It is wrapped in tight coils of thin rope. You try to follow the strands with your eye, but become hopelessly lost in the jumble of thousands of loops and knots.
All right.
Interesting.
So now we can use that unlock spell, and hopefully that'll...
Ooh. Yeah, that might be cool. Let's see. Jeweled box. Thin rope. Okay. And let's see, that's here, and this continues.
It said it connected to the
courtyard, which probably just courtyard, I'm guessing.
It's probably that. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Do. So, I guess we'll examine the box.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I'm gonna save. There. Examine the box. It is closed and wrapped in tight coils of thin rope. Examine rope. See nothing special about the tangle of rope. Okay. I guess we should... You want to try the opening spell first? What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Open is Rezrov. Okay, Rezrov box.
Sure.
Magic in the rope is strong enough to prevent the Rezrov spell from working.
Okay. Okay. So, one idea is that we can take the box? Get the box.
Your load is too heavy.
Oh, all right. What can we drop?
You need to find a place to drop things, I think. I mean, this is a closet in it as well. We've got a spoon. We have an egg. We have bread. We have a jug. We have a battered lantern and a spellbook.
Okay. I mean, we can try dropping the spoon and the egg.
Here, we don't need the... Don't we need both of those to race?
For now. For now.
Okay.
All right.
Get
now
box.
let's see if we can get it.
we can get the box.
All right. To the machine room. We go, we dispel the rope, and we see what's in the box.
Perfect. Heading to the machine room now. You try putting that under the hammer. East, 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 up. To the gallery, back through the south gate, back into the tower, up into the engine room.
Cast speed on ourselves to go through.
I mean, we could just do it here. I think we can see the hammer.
No, I think we may need the scroll to dispel the rope.
Oh. Interesting. Okay. Yes, yes, yes.
Because it specifically said it was magic rope.
Is it XX?
Yep.
XX self. And now we are going to head into the other room. East.
I think it was east.
You can't go that way. It's not east. It's southeast. Yeah.
Of course.
And the sun starts to set behind the lonely mountain in the west. You zip across the room easily, but you must have touched something dangerous along the way because the machinery speeds up, going faster and faster. Control room. Our old friend, the control room. There's that scroll of old brittle parchment. Very thirsty now. Better have a drink soon.
Okay.
Drink water. There's still some left. I'm gonna go ahead and save again, even though this may be a dead timeline, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Box experiment. Okay. Read the scroll. It is Kulkad. Okay. We are Kulkadding the rope.
Yep. Or the box. I think either should work.
Kulkad box. As you cast a spell, the brittle scroll vanishes. It appears that the jewel box was real since nothing happens. God damn it.
Right.
And we get the warning from Belboz again. Yep.
Restore will do the rope.
I'm very glad I saved it.
Yeah. You did. Yeah, it was a good job.
Kulkad rope. Nothing obvious happens, but when you examine the rope, it lacks a certain something you saw in it before. It now looks sort of ordinary, like a clothesline. A dull aching fills your head, and
now use the unlock spell.
Can you just open the box? All that rope around it. Get rope. The rope is so entangled around the box that the idea is ridiculous.
I think we have to do the unlock spell.
Yeah. That's the best way.
Right.
Forget what it's called. Resrov.
Resrov.
A Resrov box. The rope dissolves and the jewel box flies open. What do we have? The jeweled box contains a vellum scroll.
Read the scroll.
The scroll reads, Melbor spell, protect magic users from harm by evil beings. That seems like a useful spell. And we can Nusto it, I think. Yep. I think so. The book, your spell book begins to glow softly, slowly, ornately. The words of the Melbor spell are inscribed, glowing even more brightly than the book itself. The book's brightness fades, but the spell remains. However, the scroll on which it was written vanishes as the last word is copied.
All right. Learn it.
Okay. Learn Melbor. We now have Melbor.
Cast Melbor on self.
Melbor self. A wave of warmth courses through you, leaving you with a feeling of great internal strength.
Northwest.
Death!
Damn it!
See, the problem is that it stops evil.
It says creatures. I know.
It does say creatures. That'd come in real handy in the banquet hall.
But we can't get out of the room.
Slight issue there. That was good.
I felt so good about myself.
You got a lot of it.
I felt so good. And I was like, this is gonna be the thing that lets us get out of the room. It says creatures. I'm doing it anyway.
Yeah, you never know. While we're here, I had a thought.
Yeah.
Oh, hey. Hi, Sphinx. How does the scroll determine what an evil person is? What if the person attacking you is someone you owe money to? It's a good question. Is debt a kind of magic that is in and of itself evil enough?
I mean, money is the root of all evil. So
Yeah.
Transcendently, obviously that person is evil.
By transitive property. The transitive property of capitalism. We're in deep trouble then. We're all evil. I was thinking while we're here and it's nighttime anyway, do we want to go up and see if anything weird happens on top of the mountain?
I mean, sure.
I just had this thought about it. So, like, the thing so when you die, the circle resurrects you and they dump you at the Eastern Fork. Fork in the road where paths to the northwest and southwest girdle the base of the Lonely Mountain. And I don't know where they got that name. And a smaller path winds its way to the east, which is, to the castle. Darkening sky lit by a waning moon. Loaf of bread here, jug here, with a very small quantity of water. Get all. The darkened sky is now full of bright stars. It is night. Do we still have our spell book? We do, I think. No, we don't. Yes, we do. We've got the jeweled box still, which is funny. Battered lantern, providing light. Partially eaten loaf of bread. Anyway, it's night. I was just gonna go up the mountain real quick, just to see if that does anything.
I mean, I know it killed us, but did we get out of there with the...
With the spell?
Yeah.
We might have.
Is dying the answer?
It might be. Melbor, still there. We've got the spell. Dying could be the answer. I didn't even think about that. But you could be right. Dying might... We've got points. We've got more points, but that might have just been forgetting that scroll. That's hilarious. Dying could be the answer. Let's see. Deserted village, which we've been to before. Castle's village. Formerly peasants lived here. Going to their farm plots each day, merchants and artisans made it a center of cultural activity. Now it's deserted. We're almost. There's a smoke rising from a particularly decrepit hovel. We've been there. Path travels through the village from southwest to northeast, heading towards the castle. Less used trail heads north up the mountain. Mountain trail. Stars shine down on you from a clear, dark sky. About halfway up the lonely mountain is desolate of vegetation. Short, stunted trees with branches empty surround you, and the air is heavy and smoke-filled. Lonely Mountain. Okay. I was just curious if anything happens here at night. This is the top of the Lonely Mountain. In olden days, mariners had named it Signal Mountain, for its glistening peak reflected the pale moonlight, providing an unmistakable landmark on unclouded nights. That's why I was thinking about that. The bald mountain face is made of a shining substance whose nature is unknown to you. Looking to the west, low hills stretch to the horizon, and small pieces of the long road can be seen winding their way to distant lands. As the Vermishave adds, to the east, far away, can be seen a great castle at the edge of the sea. 3 turrets it has. 2, old and still majestic, lie on either side of a third, cold and black as night and squat as a toad. An evil smoke seems to emanate from this tower, shrouding the others in a darkening fog. A small mountain trail leaves the peak and descends to the south, into a small village far below. The stars shine down on you from a clear, dark sky. I have no idea what to do here. I just was wondering if something happened. But nothing seems to be happening. The only other thing I can think to do here is to wait for the moon to rise or something.
Yeah.
Because I just was thinking, you're beginning to tire. Stomach's starting to grumble. Feeling tired, quite hungry. Okay, yeah, worn out. No, there's nothing happening. I was just curious.
I mean, go to sleep.
Yeah, right here on the mountain. I don't know. I'm kind of torn because like dying could be the answer, but at the same time, I feel like there's another answer.
Uh-huh.
Because there are controls we don't understand that we can address.
But dying is an answer. Just like crying is always an option.
It is. It's happening. It's an option I seem to want to take. One thing, just so you'll know, your audio seems to have dropped down a few notches.
Okay. That's especially great when I don't think I touched anything.
It could be Zoom doing terrible things. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, we're just gonna go to Zoom. We're gonna change my audio to something else. And then change it back.
Zoom heartily enjoys throttling audio.
Yeah. And that did nothing?
Not that I can hear.
Okay.
But you are, I mean, you're okay as far as the stream goes because I have filters set that bring you into a certain range. And I can still understand what you're saying. So I think we can go ahead. It's just, it's easier on the filters if you're at a better volume. But
All right. Let me. Oh, yeah. Let me try this.
there's a way to reset it, but
Maybe this.
I'm not sure what that way is. I did hear that Zoom got more aggressive with its throttling of audio on the last update.
This is probably awful audio.
It is, but it's also more audible.
Okay. And then let me switch back.
Oh, hey. Maybe? Is that better?
Yeah.
Worse?
It is better.
Okay.
That's better.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, it was. The IT specialist that I am. The first thing I did was change the speaker output from one to another. Obviously, that did nothing because it's a microphone issue, and I'm an idiot.
Ah.
So changing the actual microphone off, and then back on.
Ah. Okay.
All right.
So, okay, great. Now we can have the argument about what to do next. So do you seriously want to just go ahead with dying as the answer? Is that what we're...
No, well, look, we can choose to go back and die at any time. We know what spell
That's
it
true.
is.
We can die all we
there.
like.
We could attempt to use the spell to see it. We could run a test currently where we go and try to get captured by the little furry things.
Yeah, that's true. 'Cause while we have the spell, then we can do...
and see if that spell does anything for it.
We could. I would recommend restoring a little earlier anyway, just so that we can not waste the turns that we've been wasting. But
I'm like, from where we are now, we can go and test that and then restore. Like,
I mean, we could. All right. Well, hang on. Eat bread. About half of it left. You're worn out. You're well hydrated and well fed. You're gonna need to sleep. Is the only thing.
We're gonna pass out.
Yeah. So I mean, if you want to just pass out, we can do that. Otherwise, I was just thinking of dying again real quick, and then instead of heading all the way up the mountain, just heading back into the castle and going to bed.
Oh, I mean, that's fine.
If we wanted to test it out still. Hang on. So this is the box experiment. The lantern, the spell book, the jug, the bread, the box, and the scroll. Okay. Need to just once again read the scroll so I know. Colcad, rope, and once again, looks now sort of ordinary, like a clothesline. A dull aching fills your head, and your mind is again probed more deeply than when you enter the castle. Belboz appears before you, hard and stern. While you have quested for Krill's lair, the circle has not been idle. We have tried to shield your presence from him, but your use of such a powerful spell might endanger us all. As we have sensed it, so surely must Krill. Be careful, brave enchanter. His image fades. Crash, a huge hammer. Okay. Anyway, let's see. I keep having to read the book to remember the name of the spell. You know what I could do is actually go back to my notes. Was I writing the names of the spells down? No, that's the problem. Okay. I'm just gonna...
Why would you do something useful like that?
I know. What the hell? I didn't do that, but yet I decided to write down the egg, the different egg things. The different ways to get at the egg. It's very strange. But, just, you know, just so that I have this, I'm just gonna do this thing, where I'm just gonna write these down, real quick, just so that I have them.
Mm-hmm.
I have no use for folks who are afraid of being put in danger. Yeah. Just writing down real quick what these spells do, so that I can just remember and not have to worry. And real quick. There we go. Here we are. Okay. Now that we've done that, which spell am I learning again? It's the we're doing the open spell. That's right. Learn Rezrav box. The rope dissolves, jeweled box flies open. And read scroll. And that is Melbor. Nusto Melbor. Protect magic users from harm by evil beings. Melbor. There we go. It is now transcribed into the book. And now we can rush towards our death with open arms.
Mm-hmm.
By heading northwest. And we're back at the Eastern Fork again.
Okay.
Getting all. And we have the jug, the bread, the spellbook, the jeweled box, and the lantern. And I think that's everything.
Yeah.
Excellent. Now that we've done that, I think Krill is too powerful. This inexperienced wizard will never defeat one so puissant as he. All right.
You know, we can save here as a after death save.
Oh yeah.
You know, yeah.
After death. Just in case. You know.
And then that way we know we can go before that and do pre-death.
Yes, that's right. Okay. So now having done all that, see, from the Eastern Fork, we just keep heading east and we can get into the castle, because that was the Western Road. I almost thought, would it be worth it to refill the jug? No, let's just keep going. This is an experiment. Outside the gate, once again, outside the western entrance to the castle, the east ends an iron gate, which is wide open. Winding road starts here, proceeds to the west. Darkened sky is now full of bright stars. The moon was only there briefly. I don't know if we missed it. Anyway, it's a waning moon. But I was just thinking if we stand on the top of the mountain while the moon is out, then maybe it'll show us another scroll. That's really what I was thinking.
Gotcha.
But I don't know if I have no idea how that works. Where am I? Outside gate. Inside gate. Back inside. And I guess we'll just head the same way around. Unless we want to just cast the Melbor spell on us and just go Tasmanian devil-like straight for the temple.
I mean, either should yield the same result, I think, which will end up with us in a cell.
Okay. Want to give it a shot?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Let's see. Melbor self. All right. Learn Melbor. Melbor self. We have Melbored ourselves.
Okay.
We should probably also learn. We should probably also learn Rezrov again, just so that we can.
Sure.
Open the cell. Lear! No, this is not King Lear. Learn Rezrov. Okay, here we go.
Alright.
East, courtyard. Westernmost point in a large open courtyard. The huge entrance gate to the castle looms ominously to the west. The courtyard widens as it proceeds to the east, where a large ivy-covered temple stands. On either side of the temple are small towers. Far beyond the temple, high above, are two large towers marking the corners of the castle. A squat dark turret hunches between them, blackening the sky around it. The staircase probably leads to that turret. A small path leads into the castle to the south. Stars shine down on you from a clear dark sky. Into the courtyard, you're beginning to tire. Center of the courtyard, which is otherwise similarly described. It says which surrounds you. Center of the large courtyard, which surrounds you. Everything around you is ashen and gray, and the air seems miasmic and oppressive. The dead grass seems to grab at your feet as you stand gazing around. To the east is a temple, flanked by two smaller towers. Behind it, you can see the two eastern towers of the castle, shrouded in blood-red fog. Between them is a dark turret, black and ominous as night. It sends dark streams of smoke curling around everything near it. From the temple can be heard a mournful chant. The stars shine down on you from a clear, dark sky. You're beginning to tire. Here we go. Keep going. East. That's an R. E. Temple.
You muted for me.
Let's try that again. Everything you see is gray and lifeless, as though covered with a veil of ash. Sound is muted, and there is a faint acrid color. See, it's because we went into the temple, you see. This is the interior of a huge temple of primitive construction. A few flickering torches cast a sallow illumination over the altar, which, atop a row of stairs, is still drenched with the blood of human sacrifice. Behind the altar is an enormous statue of a demon, which seems to reach toward you with dripping fangs and razor-sharp talons. The two open doorways lead out of the temple to the east and west, while two wooden doors stand at the north and south. A mass of hunched figures in the temple are chanting a haunting tune. They don't seem interested in your presence. You sense something behind you, turn, and there is nothing there. Your stomach is starting to grumble. That's different. I think they grabbed us immediately the first time, didn't they?
I thought we talked to him and then
Oh, maybe.
they grabbed us. For the temple, at least.
No.
All right. What do we want to? Do we want to check the? Altar? Or let's see. And then maybe the statue. Examine them and go from there.
Okay. This one we save in the middle of this. Alright. Examine altar. A close examination of the altar nearly sickens you. It fairly screams with the memory of the horrors it has seen since the coming of Krill. Its original white marble has been encrusted with blood and desecrated by the minions of the evil warlock. Examine statue. It is an enormous statue of a loathsome creature, dark and vile, with dripping fangs and razor-sharp talons. It appears almost to be motioning with its outstretched talons for you to approach.
Yes, have some. Approach the demon statue. Of course.
Why not? Just trying to look and see if there's anything.
There's no other way out of the temple, right?
I mean, north, south, east, and west. That's about.
Yeah.
So we've got like those things.
Right.
I may as well update the description here as this altar demon statue. But it is interesting we've gotten this far and nothing's happened to us yet.
Yeah. Do we want to save here?
I did just a moment ago.
You did? Okay.
Just before we examined the two things.
Yeah.
A mass of hunched figures are here also. Chanting something. Sorry. You listen to the chant, I guess, would be about it.
Yeah, listen to the chant, examine the
two figures. The huddled mass yearning to drink blood makes no sound. Examine figures. See nothing special about the huddled mass yearning to drink blood. It's very specific.
Everybody has their own taste.
Yep. Yeah, that's fair. Approach statue. I don't know the word approach. Go to statue. It's here. Okay.
All right, never mind.
Yeah.
East?
Yeah, okay. Courtyard.
Right?
You're in a
And then if we If we go
Okay.
east again, it should take us back to the...
Maybe. You're in a courtyard between an open hall to the east and a temple to the west. The temple is flanked north and south by twin towers. Paths cross the scarred lawn to the northwest and southwest. Nothing grows here, however, and a foul stench fills the air. Stars shine down from a clear, dark sky. Let me go ahead and put this on the map.
Because I believe if we go east again, we should get to the
To
junction.
the junction. Yeah, I think that's going to be... Yeah. I think so. Let me go ahead and fill this bit in, though. We've got the courtyard. Again. So, paths cross the lawn to the northwest and southwest. There we go. And, oh! Oh, hey!
Yay!
Hi, Prax! Hey, thank you for the sub. Much appreciated. Yay! She found the subscription button. Thanks so much. We're back in 1983. We're playing Enchanter. And we're mapping out we've done a thing that we have a feeling, I have a feeling we're not supposed to do. In that we're kind of cheating, and that we died, but we got a hold of a spell that we needed to have. There's a lot of spell casting in this game.
Cheated death.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like I almost think you're supposed that might be how you do it. I don't know, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah, no. I feel the same way.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
might be.
I think,
It might be what they intended, or.
yeah. Or there might be a way to do that thing to get this spell that we have. We have a protection spell on us, and there might be a way to get it without dying, but we'll see. So if we go east, we go to the junction. We're back at the junction. Amazing.
All right, let's go east again. Let's see what those
Yeah.
stairs actually are. And
just-
we're captured by small creatures.
Nope. Landing.
Oh.
The spell is doing the job. I think you were right about the spell.
Yeah.
The thing is, though,
it just doesn't stop a hammer from crushing us.
yeah, there is that. Unfortunately, a hammer is neither good nor evil. It just is. Everything you see is gray and lifeless, as though covered with a veil of ash. The only limitation we have right now is that we're probably gonna fall asleep at some point.
Oh yeah.
Sound is muted, and there is a faint acrid odor. The wall is cylindrical here, with exits east and west. The eastern one opens into a dark, enclosed space. Wall is cylindrical. I assume that, okay, it's like the walls form a, okay. The eastern one opens into a dark, enclosed space. The air is thick with acrid smoke, and black, greasy ashes mar the floor. The mortar and stones of the wall are stained and crumbly. Interesting. Okay, so it's really just east-west, I think.
Yeah, I think east is the cell.
It easily could be.
That is my guess.
Might be something to do with the walls here, maybe, but... Anyway, we are here at the landing. There's an exit to the east. And, I guess we'll just... I'm gonna save again. Exploring with protection. Look at wall. Wall is stained and noisome. You're feeling tired. So if we head east, winding stair. This is a winding stair stretching up and down out of sight. The walls are mossy and damp. An exit leads west to a landing. You're becoming quite hungry.
All right.
Interesting. Winding stair. So, up and down.
Up or down.
Should we have bread or should we wait on the bread?
Oh yeah, we should probably do that.
We'll eat some bread. That tasted great. There's still about half of it left too. Okay. So let's see. Yes, you want to go up first?
Sure.
Okay. You climb the stairs, making one circuit of the tower. Winding stair. This is a winding stair stretching up and down out of sight. The walls are mossy and damp. Oh boy. I guess I should label these.
Every
All
time.
right. Yep. Just, I mean, that's right, though. You go up from here and down from here.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
It got it right. How strange. I guess we'll keep going up.
Yeah.
Climb the stairs, making one circuit of the tower. Winding stair. Same description. There we go. Ah, there it is.
That's so weird.
Yeah, the way that this this mapping software works, it's a very odd thing because it's like as we're putting in, it's like this was by default it labeled this is up and this is down when that's not what we wanted. Very strange. And yet this one did it right. It's like the only time that's ever happened. Very odd, very odd. Anyway, guess we'll keep going.
Yep.
Winding stair, same description. This is going to be like that freaking road, isn't it? Yes. Good, that worked. Same description. Good God, how tall is this tower?
Alright.
Yep. Oh my God. This may be an infinite staircase. This is a very tall tower. Yep.
I mean, we could just keep going up and then count how many times we went up and make one winding staircase and just winding staircase 13 times.
We could do that.
But you're not gonna.
I'm not going to, am I? Nope. It's a problem I have, you see. Because I worry we're going to lose count. Ah! Wait, no, that's just being worn out. Never mind.
Yeah, because there's a lot of fucking stairs.
I mean, that probably has something to do with it. It could just be the time of day. Should we keep going? Until we collapse
Sure.
on the stairs? Sure. Okay. Same thing. I don't know if there's this. I don't know if this is actually going to do anything. I'm starting to think that this staircase is just an eternal loop. And that there's not actually... What I'm doing might actually be pointless right now. If the staircase is an eternal loop. Because we've gone already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We've gone up 11 times. How much further should we go?
Do we want to cast speed on ourselves? See if we can go up faster?
Sure. Yeah, Prax is suggesting we go for 13.
All right.
So we should probably maybe do that. Give me a second here. Okay.
I mean, it is
we're
my
gonna
lucky
XX
number.
ourselves.
Yep.
You feel energetic and zippy.
Okay.
It's the equivalent of like taking a shot of espresso as you're about to fall asleep, I guess. All right. 12.
We're on the 12th. Yep.
And it's the same. And
Oh.
Yeah, there we are. Yeah, Prax was saying 13 floors seems appropriate on Spoopy Enchanter game. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It does make sense. But this is the 13th floor. And there appears to be no end in sight. We keep going. Mouth's getting dry. Otherwise, the description is the same. We're up 14 floors now. Is this an exercise in futility? Does the staircase even exist? Are we supposed to dispel the staircase?
Probably. Or something similar.
15. Same. I'm thinking I'm going to stop at 20.
Stop putting it on the map or stop doing it? I feel like you should stop putting it on the map 10 floors ago.
All right, I'll tell you what. Here. 15 floors up. There.
Okay,
We have a reference
okay.
point.
All right.
Okay. 1. You're feeling running out and tired, and the spells you've memorized are becoming confused. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Becoming quite thirsty. 10, 11. More and more tired. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Very thirsty now. Better have a drink soon. Sure, why not? Now the jug's empty. Tasted great, jug's empty. 20. You're dead on your feet. Look at walls. Look at stairs. We're now 35 floors up, by the way.
Uh-huh.
21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. You're so tired you can barely put one foot in front of another. 29, 30. We're now 45 floors up. Let's go the last 5 to make it an even
5
50.
more.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. I feel as though we don't have what we need to properly do the ascend the staircase.
Okay. What options do we have spell wise?
Are you going down? Yeah, it's the same. We're at 300 moves, and you're getting hungry again. Oh God. So the in the spell book we have Melbor, which is the protection spell. XX, move fast, which we cast on ourselves already.
Mhm.
Vaxum, hostile creature, befriend a creature. Cleash, which is turn into an amphibian. Prep is repair willful damage, or turn another creature into an amphibian. Rezroff, open something. Blorb, protect a small object. Knitfall, talk to beasts. Brats, have something give off light. Nusto, write a magic spell into a spellbook. You're practically asleep.
Yeah, unless we restore.
Yep. Okay. So I think as we're restoring here, do we want to just keep doing the exploration or
Yeah, we can keep exploring.
yeah, okay. All right, that puts us back on the landing. We don't have the proper gym membership to utilize these stairs. I think that's the problem. Yeah, that's the thing.
Fucking
They don't give us
stairs.
access to the room. I need to leap up for just a moment. Do you want to? Should we take a quick break?
Sure, we can take a break.
Okay, we'll take- because I just realized we've been doing this for 2 hours. Okay, we'll be back in just a moment. I have to leap up and do the the normal things, and we'll be back shortly and see where else we can wander around in this tower as we have the protection spell going. So we just go wherever we like.
Yay.
Apparently, except to the top of the staircase.
Like, very specifically not there.
Yeah. Be right back. Hello. We have returned, and we just found an endless staircase a few moments ago. We're now going to see what else is in this castle while we're sort of wandering around here. Well, we have this protection spell on us. As we're falling asleep on our feet. Do we want, dare I ask, do we want to see what happens if we try to go down the stairs?
Sure.
Just out of idle curiosity. If the same thing happens...
How many times does it take us to get back down?
Well, no, I want to see... No, not back down, dear God, no. But I was gonna... We're back on the landing now, we restored.
Oh, okay.
So I was thinking about just heading east and heading down.
Yeah.
To see if the same thing happens. Okay, back to the winding stair. You're feeling tired. Let's see. You descend the stairs, making one circuit of the tower. Becoming quite hungry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Worn out. 10. Very hungry now. Better have something to eat. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, it's the same thing. Okay. It's just going to bring us right back to the landing. I don't think we need to worry about that anymore. But I think we can probably... I feel as though the stairs are not for us right now.
No, they are not for us.
Yeah. And so yeah, I'm just gonna leave it. And, we'll perhaps come back later.
We tried.
Yeah, we're good. So anyway, we're back at the landing. So we could go back to the junction and continue north if we wanted to see what's there.
Yeah.
Or we could head back into the courtyard, or we could do whatever.
I mean, the pub.
Oh, there is a question. Can you use a spell on the stairs? We were thinking about that. We were looking at our spell list, and I can't think of any spell that we could use on the stairs. Because, like, I'll show you folks the spell list again. That, like, the only spell I could think of would be that Dispel spell, which unfortunately we had to use to get the protection spell.
Right.
And again, we can only use it once, so don't know. We tried using XX to get up the stairs faster. Nothing happened. I feel as though turning into a small amphibian will not help with the stairs. The stairs are not a hostile creature. I don't think the stairs are damaged, as far as I can tell. By opening the stairs. Protection, converse with beasts, give off light. Yeah, I don't think any of these are going to help us with the staircase.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, we might find something later that gives us more insight into it. That's all I can think. I mean, these stairs seem to be evil to me. Yeah, we've got that spell on us already, though, so we've got the Melbor spell on us, so it's not doing anything to the stairs. Alas.
Yeah.
We just, so, I mean, at this point, I can't think of anything else to do to the stairs.
I don't think we have what we need for the stairs.
Yeah. I guess, should we just, like, head north out of the junction and complete that circuit? Okay. Alright. So, back to the junction. We are feeling tired. We're becoming quite hungry, apparently. We're back at the junction, and we haven't seen north, so we'll head north. Library! Ooh. This is a library, or rather it was until it was ransacked and despoiled. Most of the contents of the room have been burned in a huge bonfire in the center of the room. Hundreds of charred and empty tubes are scattered about as if by someone searching, so ashes are strewn about. There are rat tracks in the ashes. To the south you can hear the sound of a group of low guttural voices. Amid the tubes is an old and dusty book. Interesting.
All right. Well,
Let me go ahead and add that room. You have rat tracks and a book. And guttural voices, which I don't know if the spell wore off, but we may have to find that out. Shall we relearn it just in case?
sure.
Okay. Learn Melbor. Okay, using your best study habits, you've learned the Melbor spell. But I guess the obvious thing is to grab the book.
Right.
Get book. Your load is too heavy, and especially in light of your exhaustion. The low guttural voices seem to be coming in your direction. Huh.
Eh.
Read book? The dusty book or the spell book? Dusty book. The first page of the book was the table of contents. Only 2 chapter names can be read: The Legend of the Unseen Terror and The Legend of the Great Implementers. Ah! So, the Implementers, as a reminder, are what, in the Zork universe, are the gods. Essentially, the creators of the universe. It is an inside joke because at Infocom, all of the programmers are called implementers. And one of them, we find out later, created Gruz, and was cut off from the rest of the implementers and became the Gru. That is for the future. That is lore for the future. Anyway, do we keep reading? I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Does this have the G command? Yes. First page. Okay. Turn page. Below guttural voices are still coming, but why don't you simply read the legends? Okay. Read Unseen Terror.
Sure.
This legend, written in an ancient tongue, goes something like this. At one time, a shapeless and formless manifestation of evil was disturbed from millennia of sleep. It was so powerful that it required the combined wisdom of the leading enchanters of that age to conquer it. The legend tells how the enchanters lured the terror to a recess deep within the earth by placing there a powerful spell scroll. When it had reached the scroll, the enchanters trapped it there with a spell that encased it in the living rock. The terror was so horrible that none would dare speak of it. A comment at the end of the narration indicates that the story is considered to be quite fanciful. No other chronicles of the age mention the terror in any form. A group of 4 hunched and hairy shapes walks into your presence. They... Hang on.
Yeah.
I read it out loud and the same thing happened. I gotta turn this freaking thing off. But unfortunately, I need the phone right now so that I can use the so that I can use my my virtual stream deck that I have on it.
Gotcha.
Curses! 4 hunched and hairy shapes walks into your presence. They don't seem to take much notice of you, and they soon depart. So the spell's still working. That's good to know.
Yep. All right.
Yeah. It seems that when I use the word a and the word group, when I say the beginning of that sentence, my phone thinks I'm using the word hey and then also the word Google. I'm very careful how I described that. Anyway, I'm gonna. Someone remind me to take a pickaxe to my phone's AI when we're done with this. Anyway, they soon depart. So the spell's still working. I'm wondering, reading this legend, if they're talking about the tunnels underneath this castle.
Yeah, possibly. Or just down that staircase.
Yeah, it could be just down the freaking staircase. A living rock spell. All right, yes, second legend.
Look, what that tells me is, we lower them down there with him down there with a powerful scroll. He goes down there. We turn him into a lizard. We put him in the small box and we leave him. That's what I just read.
That could be it. Or are you remembering that from when you played this ages ago?
If I played this ages ago, I never got this far.
Oh, okay. Well, good to know. Take that, past self.
Yeah, dumb kid. You're gonna grow up to be an Aegis.
It's a self-looping thing, actually. It works very nice. It's a very neatly closed circuit there. Much like that staircase. Yeah, shall we read the next legend?
Yeah.
All right. This legend, written in an ancient tongue, speaks of the creation of the world. A more absurd account can hardly be imagined. The universe, it seems, was created by implementers who directed the running of great engines. These engines produced this world and others, strange and wondrous, as a test or puzzle for others of their kind. It goes on to state that these beings stand ready to aid those entrapped within their creation. The great magician-philosopher Halifax notes that a creation of this kind is morally and logically indefensible and discards the theory as colossal claptrap and kludgery. Yup. It does make me think, though. I don't know if... I'm not sure if Halifax is someone they're making fun of specifically, if that's like a critic of theirs. It probably was. So because these games, reviews came out, there were game reviewers in those days who would put things out in various trade magazines. And there may have been a reviewer named Halifax who described one of their games as colossal claptrap and kludgery.
That seems likely.
I do wonder about that infernal machine, though. Just from the description here. But the running of great engines, if that's supposed to be the great engine.
I think it's supposed to be language engines.
That's true. What were they using at MIT? I forget. A mainframe?
Yeah. Well, at this point, I think...
Because that's when they were creating the worlds for each other.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably mainframe. Anyway.
So that was interesting. Just a little bit of information. And I guess we have to leave the book here because we're too tired to pick it up. Or we're carrying too much. Either way. Rat tracks. Should we look at the rat tracks?
Sure.
Okay. There are plenty of rat tracks here going in various directions. One prominent rhodentine thoroughfare stands out, though, going as it does into a small hole in the wall. You are worn out, and the spells you've memorized are becoming confused.
Alright. Check out the hole.
You can't see anything in the rat hole. You're very hungry now. You better have something to eat. Bread. That tasted great. There's still about half of it left, too. Follow tracks. I mean, we don't have anything that shrinks us down other than the spell that turns us into a small amphibian, but I feel as though once we do that, we just lose interest in doing anything other than being a small amphibian.
Right.
I'm not sure how useful that would be here.
I'm like... Can we put the bread on the ground? Can we lure a rat out?
Okay. There's no good surface on the voices are coming back. Put bread in front of hole. Put bread on tracks. No good surface. Group of functionary shapes walks into your presence. They don't seem to take much notice of you. They soon depart. This is a great spell.
Right?
I wonder if there's a way to get it legitimately.
Death is legitimate. And so is necromancy.
Yes. I don't want to believe all those people online telling you necromancy is evil. Oh, gosh.
Nothing has ever gone wrong with somebody who was dead, who is now no longer dead.
Yeah, nothing
has ever gone wrong. That is a hill I will die on. And then come back from.
Say Bram Stoker has entered the chat. Anyhow. So yeah, I don't know if there's maybe something we're supposed to do with maybe the spoon and the egg. I don't know. There's still a scroll inside that egg that we haven't figured out how to open. But I don't think we can do anything with the hole right now that I can think of.
Okay.
We still are carrying around this jeweled box we don't really necessarily need, but at the same time, I mean, you know, whatever.
Right.
We just keep moving?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, maybe something will occur to us. It's, we're north-south? Is that right?
Yeah, north.
Yes.
Continue north, I think.
Yeah, just everything burned. Everything burned. Inspection revealed the tracks lead to a small hole in the wall. It doesn't say north. That's interesting. We can try it, though.
Yeah.
Wait. I thought of one other thing. Reach into hole.
Yep.
You reach around for a moment and come up with something. It's a frayed scroll!
Good
Mouth
job.
is getting
Good
rather
job.
dry.
My go-to was been like we could have used comprehend language on the rat nests.
Oh, yeah. Talk to the rats.
Yeah.
We found a rat nest.
Yeah,
before,
it's in the
didn't we?
kitchen.
Yeah. I don't think there are any rats in it, though.
Yeah. Probably not. It didn't say so.
So the scroll reads, Gondar spell, quench an open flame. I don't know where that's going to come in handy, but I'm sure it will. Our score went up. Okay. Nusto Gondar. Your spellbook begins to glow softly, slowly, or ornately. The words of the Gondar spell are inscribed, glowing even more brightly than the book itself. The book's brightness fades, but the spell remains. However, the scroll on which it was written vanishes as the last word is copied. A group of 4 hunched and hairy shapes walks into your presence. They don't seem to take much notice of you, and they soon depart. You're feeling wrung out and tired, and the spells you've memorized are becoming confused. Shall we try going north? Is that what
Yeah.
you want to do next? Or? Okay.
Sure.
All right. Gondar. Just so that I'll remember later. Here, I'll write it down. Gondar. Which is...
Quench your flame. An open flame.
Flame. Okay. Yes. So... North Gate. So apparently we can go north from here. The small open area stands at the old north gate of the castle, now badly rusted. Through the gate, a forest can be seen. To the west, a hall glows with light, and to the south, the dark castle can be re-entered. A narrow passage to the east leads to the base of the northeast tower. So we have come full circle to the north gate. Let's go ahead and just do that, so that we now have that going for us. So there we are.
All right. We can probably do stuff at that guarded door now.
We probably can, except I don't think we're going to be able to cast spells at this point. Or if we do, it's going to be rough.
We need to sleep.
Because we have to sleep. How do we want to handle this? Do we want to just like run out and map everything else, or and restore to an earlier point, or you just want to keep going?
I mean, we can keep going. We might as well just like sleep here and.
What, right here?
Yeah.
Or
I mean,
at the north gate, or did you want to head to the bed, which is down here, even though I didn't write it down?
I mean, we have a protection spell up. We can try sleeping here.
I'm sure everything will be fine. Okay.
And we just saved. We just got Gondor. Yeah.
Gondar. That's the. That's very close to copyright infringement there. Okay. Let's see. All right, we'll give it a shot. You fall asleep quickly and begin to dream. The dream turns into a nightmare of decay and desolation as your surroundings turn gray and lifeless. You feel a great weight like a pile of ashes, constricting your movements, and then you bolt awake.
All right.
I think we're still carrying everything, yes?
I think so.
Okay.
All right. Let's go east. Let's keep going.
All right.
Yeah.
Guarded tower. Guarded door. Just going to keep doing this, I guess. A more incongruous place than this would be difficult to believe. The room itself is nothing more than a small room at the base of the northeast tower with a narrow passageway entering from the west. Standing in front of you to the north, however, is a door surpassing anything you could have imagined. For starters, its massive lock is wrapped in a dozen 6-inch thick iron chains. In addition, a certain 5-headed monster sporting razor-sharp spears for tongues seems to be embedded within its heavy oak frame. One is almost embarrassed to mention the gargoyles spewing flame and sulphurous ash which ornament either side of the door, or the 97 slimy, groping tentacles which taunt you ever closer to certain death. A sign floating serenely above the door and glowing hideously in purple letters offers the following rude statement: "Don't bother."
Okay.
So let's see. We don't have anything memorized, but so
So we could try to talk to the multi-headed.
Yeah, I was thinking about making the monster a friend.
Or a lizard.
Or a lizard. That's also doable. The gargoyles might need to have something to do with them. Okay, let's start from the basics here. I guess we'll save. Just, for no reason. Examine monster. There's nothing special about the monster. You're becoming quite thirsty. Talk to monster. You can't talk to the monster. Shall we befriend them or amphibian them?
Befriend?
Okay. We are learning Vaxum. Vaxum monster. Although you complete the spell, nothing seems to have happened.
Yeah, I think we had that one before.
Okay. Learn Cleash. Leash the monster. Turning the monster into a newt is a remarkable idea. That's why we tried to do it.
So, just no?
I guess not. Rex says, I love that exclamation point for that question of talking to the monster. You can't talk to the monster. Yeah. It probably says the same thing. Well, here, it's like, talk to book. You can't talk to the spell book. It treats it as an object, I think. Part of the reason why. Okay. Remarkable idea. Doesn't seem to do anything. What else shall we try? We tried the opening spell and it said something like, "Are you kidding?" We have gargoyles, we have tentacles. We have chains. We have the monster, which is embedded within the frame. We have the gargoyles. We have tentacles. Maybe we're supposed to do them a bit at a time. Maybe we should do the chains first, because I think we tried opening the door, but not the chains. I don't know. Nothing special about the iron chain. You try that?
Sure.
Okay. Rezrov chains. As you cast the Rezrov spell, same thing. The door shudders briefly, and a few tentacles pause in their unending motion. The two gargoyles look at each other perplexed. After a tense moment, the sign above the door flashes briefly. Fat chance. So I guess maybe we should try addressing the gargoyles. Talk to gargoyles. You can't talk to the monster. Are you treating it as the same monster, maybe? I guess we could try casting the same spells on the gargoyles. Don't know.
Yeah.
Gondar could quench their flames. We just have that. Just got that spell.
Okay. Yeah, we can start there.
Yeah, learn Gondar. Very thirsty now. Better have a drink soon. Here, drink water. The delicious spring water tasted great, but the jug is now empty. Gondar the gargoyles. Although you complete the spell, nothing seems to have happened. I don't know. I'm trying to think maybe nothing we have is going to do anything here. What about Knitfall? What about learning to speak in someone's tongue?
Yeah.
PPM. And then that's mostly animals. Learn Knitfall. Knitfall monster. Seems to have no effect on a monster. Examine tentacles. Nothing special about the monster. It's all considered the same monster in some ways, even though it's multiple monsters in the description.
Yeah.
I don't know if we have anything that's going to do anything here.
If we conjure the fire instead of the gargoyle?
Yeah, maybe. Gondar fire. I don't know the word fire. Gondar flame? You can't see any flame here.
What do you call it?
Here goes spewing flame and sulfurous ash. Which ornament either side of the door. Gondar door. Yeah, you complete the spell, nothing seems to have happened.
Okay.
So that wasn't it. I hate to say it, but we might not have what we need for this.
Yeah. Alright.
Little box. The only other items that are lying around are the spoon and the egg.
Yeah.
The egg has a scroll in it, I think. We just have to figure out how to get it open. I don't know. We could go around and try to finish the map. That's the only other thing I can think to do at this point.
Yeah. I mean, there's still some rooms we haven't looked in, so
Yeah.
let's go. Let's do that.
Righto. Let me restore back to possibly before we drank the water. All right. You could open the gargoyle up to its death. Yeah, it doesn't seem to like us casting open on any of this. I know. Open that gargoyle. So should we go around looking around?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we'll just come back down to the junction and head to the courtyard.
The courtyard. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
All right. I wonder if that spell is still on us. The protection spell. Only one way to find out. We're in the library. The Northgate Library. Junction. Courtyard. All right. Back in the courtyard. Temple is flanked north and south by twin towers. Which I don't know if that's a direction or not. And there are paths to the northwest and north and southwest. So I wrote it as that. We could try north and south just in case, but I don't know if it's going to do anything.
Yeah, I
can't go that
try
way.
north and south, and then
can't go that
go
way.
with
The
the
sun
direction
starts
we
to
know.
set behind the lonely mountain to the west. The day is coming to an end earlier than you would have expected. I was going to say that was unusual. I have a feeling. I think the warlock's doing something.
No, that's silly.
Just a thought. Just a random thought. Northwest or southwest? Or west. We could go back to the temple if we like.
North. Let's go northwest.
Alrighty. Courtyard. Everything you see is gray and lifeless, as though covered with a veil of ash. Sound is muted and there is a faint acrid odor. I wonder if this was the case earlier. I don't know. You are north of a small tower which connects with a temple to the south. A large courtyard can be seen to the west and a smaller one to the southeast. Okay. So, I don't know where this is. But, we're gonna put a courtyard here. Let's see, there's a temple to the south, which I'm guessing it might be just, a direct connection. And there's a way to the west. And south might be right to the temple, possibly. What thinkest thou?
Yeah, I mean, I guess. So wait, where did that reconnect to, or did it reconnect?
There's a way to go west from here, which I don't know if it's going to go here or not.
It said south goes back to the temple. So
southeast goes back this. Yes, it said south heads to the temple. So probably, but there might be something.
So let's go west.
Okay. Courtyard. The northern part of the interior courtyard is gray and lifeless. Northern part of the interior. The vast lawns are withered and covered in black ash, stretching from south to west. The temple stands to the southeast, and the courtyard continues east. So... yeah, I'm not clear on some of this. I think this is another room. And so I don't know if south and west are directions, but we might be able to get back to the temple this way, possibly, maybe? I think there could be a south and a west here.
Yeah,
from the
I mean,
description. I don't know if there's a north, but
I mean, we can try.
No north. Just keep going west.
Yep.
Courtyard. Here we go. The darkening sky is lit by a waning moon. Everything you see is gray and lifeless, as though covered in a veil of ash. Sound is muted, and there is a faint acrid odor. This is the westernmost point in a large open courtyard. A huge entrance gate to the castle looms ominously to the west. The courtyard widens as it proceeds to the east, where a large ivy-covered temple stands. On either side of the temple are small towers. Far beyond the temple, high above, are two large towers, marking the corners of the castle. A squat turret hunches between them, blackening the sky around it. A small path leads into the castle to the south. The darkening sky is lit by a waning moon. Okay, so that brought us back here, I'm pretty sure. And I don't know if this
that's what it sounds like.
I don't know if it's going to continue northeast or north from here. But it kind of makes sense. What do you think? Should we could confirm the closet, or we could try confirming north or northeast for the other courtyard area.
Closet first?
Alright. Closet. Are you thirsty now? You better have a drink soon. There's a beautiful ornamented egg here. Worn silver spoon. Do we have any water left? Yes. Okay, good. The jug is now empty. So that does connect. And, I guess we can, hang on. While we're here, I mean, we may as well just drop the box. We're not using it.
Right.
The closet is like our de facto space where we leave items we're not using. And the lantern might come in handy, I don't know. Can we go back and reconfirm any of these things, or...
I mean, we can just confirm them real quick.
Yeah, sure.
Just go up and down, as long as they confirm. Yeah.
All right. Back to the courtyard. Northeast courtyard, good. West courtyard, it's the same thing. I'm just checking north. Okay. A waning moon. It keeps that moon keeps tempting me to run out to the mountain. But anyway, let's see. Back at this courtyard, if we head south, center of a large courtyard. Okay, that's the same one. And I don't think there's a south from here. There is a south from here. The southern part of the courtyard, spreading north and west. The ground is ashen and gray, the air heavy with death. The dead grass seems to grab at your feet. A narrow stretch of scorched earth continues to the east. To the northeast stands the temple, flanked by two small towers. The darkening sky is lit by a waning moon. So this is a new room. Courtyard. And I think it's going to give us the temple to the north. I think these will all go to the same place, possibly. But there is a path to the east, which I'm not sure where it goes. Everything else is kind of closed off. Do we just like keep heading east, or what?
Yeah.
Courtyard. Everything you see is gray and lifeless, as though covered with a veil of ash. Sound is muted, and there's a faint acrid odor. You're south of a small tower which connects with the temple to the north. A large courtyard can be seen to the west, and a smaller one to the northeast. Darkening sky is lit by a waning moon. Darkened sky is now full of bright stars. It is night. Today seemed shorter than yesterday somehow. I don't understand that at all. So my thought here is that this probably hooks up to that. And north probably hooks up to the temple. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
I think all of these
Most
probably
likely.
just connect to the temple.
Most likely. But we can't get... I mean, yeah, sure.
Do we need to confirm these, or do you think we're good?
I mean, we're probably good.
Yeah. I can check real quick. It's not a big deal. Northeast is that courtyard. Open hall to the east, a temple to the west. Yes, good. Okay. I guess we can head west and see if the spell is still working.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, they don't seem interested in our presence, so we're inside the temple.
Right, good.
Flickering torches, atop a row of stairs, still drenched with a blood of human sacrifice. Stairs. I didn't notice the stairs before. Two open doorways lead out to the east and west. Two wooden doors to the north and south, hunched figures chanting a haunting tune. They don't seem interested in your presence. Honestly, I mean, we could just, check. North cell door is closed. Ah! South cell door is closed. Those are cell doors. You see nothing special about the stairs. So, I assume...
Wasn't there something in...
Sorry, what were you going to say?
No, I'm like, wasn't there something in the cell? I can't remember.
I don't think there was. I don't think there was anything inside the cell. We
Okay.
can check. This is the altar of the temple. There were stairs, so I
Yeah.
tried going up.
Yeah.
Sacrificial altar. This is the altar of the temple. Acrid smoke fills the air. The feeling of lurking evil is all around. A low droning just at the lowest end of your perception causes your hair to stand on end. Behind the altar is an enormous statue of a demon which reaches toward you with dripping fangs and razor-sharp talons. The fangs and talons are blood red. In the temple below is a mass of hunched figures chanting in hideous tones. Okay, we could get closer to the statue then. Well, this is gonna be interesting. Might need a little more room. Ah! Might be a little more room on the map. Give the statue a hug? We could try that. Maybe that's what it's reaching for. It needs companionship. Camaraderie. I have to wonder about some of these extensions, but we'll figure that out in a moment. Anyway, this is the sacrificial altar. There's a low droning. We have the statue. And that's it. Okay, I guess we'll look at the statue. I guess maybe we'll save. Why not? It is an enormous statue of a loathsome creature, dark and vile, with dripping fangs and razor-sharp talons. It appears to almost to be motioning with its outstretched talons for you to approach. Does this do anything? Examine altar. This is the same description as before, I think, when we looked at the altar.
Yeah, I think so.
Hug statue? It doesn't know the word hug. Alas. Go to statue. It's here. I don't know what else to do with this. Shake hands with statue. That sentence isn't one I recognize.
Congratulate statue.
Congratulate statue. It doesn't know the word congratulate, alas.
Oh.
I don't know if we have any spells that would be useful here. It's the statue, so I don't think much will happen. We've already got Melbor on us, but yeah, like no wonder the demon's so angry. I know, right? We can't hug it, we can't congratulate it. It's just nothing. It's it can't have no one can have any empathy for it. It's a problem. What do you think? Any thoughts about what to do with the statue?
No, I really don't have any idea for the statue.
You have thoughts about other things?
No. But very specifically the statue, no.
I don't know. I think that I think there is something missing, but we just haven't worked it out yet.
Yeah.
So maybe... There are a couple of options here. I think... Tell you what. Let's go ahead and confirm the rest of the of this stuff.
Yeah.
Just to see where we are. Of the rather, I should say the rest of the hey, you got it right. The directions from the courtyard, and then we will kick around a couple of ideas, maybe, or maybe we'll just be done. I don't know. You can't go further down. Okay. Oh, the other thing. Open north cell door. North. Checking out the cell. Everything you see is gray and lifeless, as though covered with a veil of ash. Sound is muted, and there's a faint acrid odor. This is a small prison cell in the north tower of the temple. Hideous shapes can be seen through the iron-barred window in the prison door. From the temple, a blood-curdling chant can be heard. Great. Back to the temple. Open south cell door. So the small prison cell in the south tower of the temple. A window in the cell door looks out on the temple itself. Look through window. It's too dark to make out much of anything. Your stomach is starting to grumble. Interesting. But, I mean, we can just get back to the temple that way. So those are two different cells. One has a window. So we just add here these cells. And we already had a cell ready for the other one. And that's basically north and south. For the for us. Sorry, just fixing some things here.
Yeah.
On ye map. So that tells us what those are. So that's something. Yeah, and I guess we'll just head back out and continue just checking out these other connections just real quick. Courtyard. Stars shine down. Okay. So let's see, that was west. North, courtyard, southeast, temple. Same place, okay. Southwest, can't. But if we go west, we go east, it's a courtyard. Which, northwest and southwest, and I assume from here is to there. Yeah, that's, south of a small tower, next to the temple of the north. Yep, okay. So that's this. That is this. And we head north. There's no entrance to the tower here. Okay, we cannot go north from here. And I assume that's going to be the same up there. We go west. That courtyard and northeast takes us right back to the temple. That takes us in that way. West, the courtyard, north, southeast, back to the temple. Great. And east to that courtyard. There should be no way to get into the tower from there. Okay, good. You need to make a little more room. Here we go. For now, I'll make it pretty later. And that is everything, I think. Yeah. Okay. So that we have now successfully completed the map. which is cool. I mean, for the most part, aside from, you know, that freaking staircase. But we've been everywhere on the map. Now it looks like I should, like, write the bedroom in, but I'll do that at some point when I'm making everything pretty. So honestly, so what do you want to just do you want to break here, or do you? Oh, hang on.
Yep.
My Meet session, my Google Meet session somehow went away. There we go. Okay, got the captions back. I don't know how long that's been away.
We're good.
Yep, we're good.
Oh, yep. Sorry.
What do you think?
I didn't notice. Do you want to break? Do you want to pause till next time? What are you thinking?
I think, honestly, this is a good place to pause, but I would like to try one more thing.
Yeah,
let's
we're at a good place. Try a couple. If you thought of something, we can try it out.
There's one little thing. Hey, since you're able to say that was the caption loss was because for some reason it sort of went out of Google Meet, but we're back in it now. So it should be good. Yeah, so one little thing I want to try involves timing. So I'm going to need to restore back. We haven't done anything. The last thing we did was we picked up the Gondar spell.
Yeah.
So what I want to do, let me see if I can find some good timing here. Okay. I don't know if this is right. This is back in front of the door. I just want to see if I can time it so that we get out to the mountaintop as the moon is coming out.
Okay.
I just have a feeling, just the way that whole thing was described, that might be relevant. Let me see the minimum number of moves we could do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's the same number of moves. Okay. We'll just do it this way. So we're becoming quite thirsty. We're at Northgate. We're at the Hall of Mirrors. There are like 4 of these. Eastern end of the Hall of Mirrors. Hall is astounding and not a little bit confusing. To be sure, the northern wall is glass, but it doesn't seem to reflect anything within the hall. Rather, it seems to be a window on another world. The other world appears to be a large underground labyrinth filled with tunnels, caves, and peculiar rock formations. I'm just filling in words in my head here.
Yeah, I do it all the time. It sounds completely legit, and I approve.
Oh, hey. Hall of Mirrors 3. From the other side of the mirror, a bedraggled adventurer comes into view, carrying a brass lantern and an elvish sword, which is glowing dimly. He stops and stares in your direction.
Okay.
All right, let me turn this back. Let me make it so folks can see this more clearly. Talk to adventurer. You can't talk to the adventurer. You can't talk to the adventurer.
Why would we? I didn't want to talk to him anyway.
Wave at adventurer. He doesn't seem to notice your gesture. Hello, sailor. Knock on mirror. Break mirror? Is a suggestion here? Maybe. Ah! The adventurer, after checking his compass, walks off. Why knock on a mirror? Hang on. I want to try that out.
Yeah.
Break mirror. The mirror smashes into tiny shards. Behind the mirror is a bare rock wall. Dang it! There used to be a large mirror mounted on the wall. It's only an empty frame. Shards of mirror cover the wall. Get shards. Oh, there's a repair spell, but that's not going to help us. Because, I mean, I could just do this. Touch, mirror. Fiddling with a mirror doesn't accomplish anything. Adventurer walks off. I don't know if we're supposed to do anything with the adventurer, or if that's just, you know... That was interesting.
I mean, we're probably supposed to.
Or is that, or are we looking into the past? Is that the adventurer from Zork 1 through 3?
I mean,
He had the sword and the lantern.
Right.
But who knows? I don't think we had any spells that could have helped us here.
No. Just trying to think, like, yeah, I don't know.
Locked or enchanted objects. Open the mirror. Wait a minute. It might be worth doing. No, nothing happens. Okay. But it might help. Converse with beasts in their own tongue. You could Frotz the adventurer. I don't think we can target the adventurer with any of these. Alright, well that was fun. Is there something else you want to try to do with the adventurer?
Not that I can think of.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Yeah, there's the adventurer again. And Hall of Mirrors too. I don't know what to do with that. A bedraggled adventurer, carrying a brass lantern and a dimly glowing elvish sword, can be seen through the mirror. He is wandering around his surroundings, seemingly lost. Yeah, he's probably in that freaking maze.
Like, did we...
Hmm?
I don't think we did anything previously. Like at that point in the game, I don't think anything unknown to us happened.
The only time we encountered a mirror, it was a mirror that teleported to another mirror.
Right.
When we touched it. But yeah, I can't think of. I can't think. No, I can't think of any time during the Zork trilogy that we interacted with an enchanter from the future. We did go into the past, though. There was time travel.
Right.
Better drink. Drink water. South. Ah, dang it. South, inside gate. West, outside gate. Darkening sky lit by waning moon. We may be too late. As I gotta get up the mountain. We gotta get up the mountain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So. West, west, southwest, southwest, the deserted village, north, north, and pale moonlight is glistening peak reflects the pale moonlight providing okay. Bald mountain face is a shining substance whose nature is unknown to you. Looking to the west, low hills, blah blah blah. Nope. Nope. Dang it. Yeah, tall and proud, shining peak stands above the low-hanging clouds. I don't think it did anything. I kind of imagined there was something that could be done here. But,
And there might be. I just don't like.
Yeah.
I feel like it's gotta give us like a book that tells us that, or
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, not that's. I was looking at the mountain face, not our face. And this is, and it's gone to bright stars. It is night, and so that. Look at moon. I don't know the word moon. Dang it. Look at ook. Look at reflection. Doesn't know. I was just hoping that there would be something, and there's nothing. So I guess that's it. Any other thoughts, or do you want to bookmark it here?
Yeah, we can bookmark it here. I don't think I have anything that might even remotely help.
Yeah, I was trying to figure it out, and there was like, I don't know if there's anything else we can do up here, but it feels like it's here for a reason, you know?
Yeah.
Powers. Okay, well, and we only had one turn up here before the moon goes away. And you just have stars, I guess. Okay. Sleep here. Yes. We weren't tired, so thrash around when you give up. Okay. Well, that'll be fine.
Yeah.
I think you know what, we can come back at this in a couple of weeks and see if we can figure out what is happening.
Make another go of it.
Yeah. Or something to that effect. All right. Okay. Well, that was that. I don't know. I'm starting to think we may be at a point. I hate to say this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, we might be.
We might be at that point. You know the point I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Nope. Yep.
We may be at the point that we may have to surrender to the Invisicludes. Because we have been everywhere on the map now. And, I, for the life of me, can't think of anything else to do with any of these things.
Yeah. Bring the map back up real quick.
Bring the map back up?
Just
Yeah,
trying
sure.
to think. Yeah, just trying to
Yeah, one sec.
get a feel.
Okay. Here is map. This is most of the stuff on the map. You make it a little bigger.
All right.
Let me know if you want me to zoom in on anything.
Now I'm just thinking, maybe one of the map things that we can do, we can like change the colors of rooms, right?
Yeah. Yes, we can. I think we
the
can.
couple
Make borders. Go ahead.
like I know like the tower, so like the base of the tower a different color, the door with the monster a different color. Like there's stuff going on there, but we don't know how to do it yet, and maybe just like
Okay.
just so we like know where
Change the border or
we
the
need to do
inside?
things. Yeah. Either. I mean, whatever.
It's like stand out sufficiently, or should we? Maybe we should. Hang on. Take that away. That's unless there's like what's a good we need to do stuff here color.
Yeah. I don't know, green or pink or yeah. Oh, that's good. The blue's good.
Okay. So, guarded door.
The winding staircase, at least that one.
Yeah, just that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Maybe the altar. I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe the altar or something.
Like, I feel like there's something here, but we
Yeah.
We don't know what it is. Let's see. Banquet hall, kitchen, anything there?
No, I don't think so.
Our engine room, control room.
I mean, we can do the engine room just to know that we have it as an option, you know. Like.
I mean, I feel like there's at least
breaking
something
back,
with that hammer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, the beach.
Yeah, maybe the beach.
This is the freaking turtle. I think we went to. I think the swamp. We pretty much got what we needed, right? The frogs told us about a scroll. We got a scroll. There was like a furry creature of some kind that got away from us there and down here, but
right.
I don't. You know, we didn't really figure it out. The gallery I think might have just been window dressing. The mirrors.
Yeah, the whole
There's an
mirrors.
adventurer.
Yeah, I feel like we need to figure something else there.
Let me go ahead and do that. Yeah, there's something. There's something, all right. What? I have no idea. Let's see. I don't know if the cells do anything. I don't know if looking through the window in the southern cell. I forgot there's a window there. While it's daylight, does anything. But that's the only thing I can think of there. I don't think that's worth marking. I feel like there's more to do with this secret passage because of the way the tunnel is set up.
Mm-hmm.
Quite possibly. Oh yeah, that's right. I did have that thought about. We never tried there's a thing we didn't try. But these translucent rooms, I have no idea what to do with them. And I'm wondering if we should mark these as well.
Yeah, go ahead. Just so, yeah, we have an idea that we want to go and look at them again.
Yeah. I'll do like the first and the last one. And you know, I might fill in the rest later. The inside gate, pebbled path, tower, jewel room. I think the jewel room we got the egg. That was it. We need to figure out what the hell to do with the egg. Maybe there's something at the Lonely Mountain, maybe not. I don't know if I should mark it or not, or if I'm just being a fool. Everything else, we went into the shack, we got stuff. We went to the deserted village, we got stuff. The Shady Brook we just go back to and get more water.
Right. Yeah, I think, and then maybe something at Lonely Mountain.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and mark it, just in case.
Yeah. Okay.
Anywhere else you think we should?
I think that's good. I think that's a good idea.
Right. I'm just gonna, you know.
Yeah, clean up some things. Okay.
Yeah, that just make it a little easier. We don't have to worry about it.
All right. Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, I think that's, yeah. There is a thing I did think of.
Okay.
It is an incredibly minor thing. I don't know if it's actually worth trying out. Just because of the, how things go. This is one quick thing. This is just to disprove something. Um, let me see. I didn't try this before, but just a thought.
Sure.
Okay, nothing happens. All right.
Right.
We never tried repairing the spoon.
Right.
Just in case it would become a pristine spoon. All right, that's it. That's
Okay.
all I can think of at this point.
Yeah, I'm good to take a pause for now. Maybe we'll
All right.
come back at it with fresh brain.
Yes. Yes. Fresh brain. Fresh brain. Good.
Brains.
Yes. So yeah, I mean I figure we take a pause. We sort of think about it in the interim and then come back. And if we have any ideas, we can try them or we can
go to the book.
open the forbidden
The author
book. And learn its secrets. We shall see. We shall see. Yeah, the only other thing I can think of just involves going different places at different times. But I can't think of anything specific that'll be helpful with that.
Yeah.
You know? Like during the day versus at night. So like, I don't know if that's. I can't think of any specific targets for that. You see. So that's.
You said the egg was magically sealed.
The egg has like
it has
5
a scroll
different.
in it.
Remember, the egg has like a lapis handle, an emerald knob, a silver slide, a golden crank, and a diamond-studded button. And so there are like a ridiculous number of combinations to possibly open it.
Okay.
And
we
there might be a clue somewhere as to what order to do this in.
Right.
Like if we see like something that says lapis, emerald, silver, gold, and diamond somewhere.
Yeah.
That we should keep an eye out for those, for those things, and just see if there's if that is the thing that tells us what order to do things in. But that's about all I can think of, unless. Nope, not now, not now. Maybe next time.
Yeah. Unless
it's like something stupid like alphabetical order or something like that.
Yeah. You know what? I wouldn't mind starting on that and going back to that and like.
Yeah, we can do
next
that.
time. Yeah.
Like recheck egg sequence or alphabetical order or other way to open it. All right. Just kind of, I guess, looking for just look for the minerals. Look for the matching minerals. I will tell myself, and hopefully I'll remember that later, what that means.
Cool.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. This has been fun. Lucci, did you have anything else you wanted to let the folks at home know before we dive out of here? Any last thoughts or anything?
No. Come to Las Vegas and stimulate the economy.
Yes. Understood. Yes, no. It's there. I understand there are places to spend money there.
There are fun things to do. I am gonna go. I think next weekend as an event they're holding for the new Alien TV show.
Oh,
Alien
cool.
Earth. They're doing like there's a place where they do lots of things that you can spend money at. Area 15. It's like they have like art exhibits and VR stuff and a bunch of like fun things. There's
Interesting.
Meow Wolf is there. They have the
Oh,
Omega
okay.
Mart there. But they're doing a Alien Earth like exhibit, like those 2
Cool.
nights. So I'm like, oh, cool.
Nice.
Let me go get and look at some cool alien things. I like it.
And it's called Area 15 is the
Area, yeah.
Interesting. Now, I only say that because locally here in Charlotte, we had a sort of an Area 15 collective, artists collective at one time. That was pretty cool. That I hung out with a little bit for a little while. But it's interesting. Awesome. Thank you so much for thank you for coming and playing this with me again, man. Very much appreciate it.
Always. I love it.
We will hopefully be back in a couple of weeks, barring life things. If life things happen, we'll be back when we can. But this is fun, getting to go back and just sort of just work our way through these. Because as I figured out last time, I've never played this before, so it's nice getting to it. As far as things go with me, there are no tabletop RPGs on the channel right now, but there will be in the future. We are working on it. So stuff will be happening. Announcements will happen. You shall see them. In the meantime, aside from this, I'm also playing video games still. I'm playing Frostpunk, the DLC on Frostpunk, and I am playing the Heroines Quest. And so you can come and see me play Heroines Quest, which is a lot of fun. There are other games I may try to bring back and play that I never finished. Age of Empires is sitting there staring at me from the wings. We'll see. I got a little tired. But, maybe I'll make it back. We'll see. I can keep going with the campaign that I left off with. Yeah, that's about all that's happening right now. Oh! This month, keep looking at the various socials and what have you. My socials are currently in chat. Please look for the coming of 1 year hence. Come hell or high water, I'm releasing it this month. So it is ready. Just gotta finish a couple of things, and then it will be available for sale. This game I've been working on for the last few years. So do check that out if you like Descended from the Queen games. And the various games like that, and also the story of Sir Gawain and the Green Knight. So that will be available very soon. The Trojan War continues, right? No, I think I can't remember which campaign I was on now, but I think we'd gone past the Trojan War already. But it's one of them. It's one of them.
War.
It's great. All right, folks. And with that note, I am going to dive off before anyone figures out what horrible movie. What it wasn't that horrible, but which movie I'm quoting from that. Or maybe I'm just remembering that way. It was a very long time ago. Take care, folks. We will see you all of a sudden.
Bye.
Farewell.